Guys, welcome to the second in the Gary and Roy drop and swap. I was going to say swap and drop, but it doesn't matter. Cider reviews. This bottle here, ding! This is a apple and raspberry that Gary did. This is going to be just under 6%. It was made second week in October time, so it's not a particularly old brew, but we're going to give it a go as per the other review and all of the following reviews. I'm going to decant it first, and it's got a little bit of water in the bottom there, doesn't matter, and I'm going to pour it into a glass with the Aspal glass with the nucleation points at the bottom, because we like those, don't we, folks? Right, so let's open with the Naked Mermaid. How can a mermaid be naked? Because the bottom bit is like fish, isn't it? How does that work? No fizz. Now I can smell the yeast in that straight away. Again, I don't really want to make a judgment until I've aerated it. But yeah, yeasty. But it's alright. We'll pour it in here. I've got to keep my eye on the bottle in case there's any sediment. Try and keep that in the bottle. We'll pour that out. That's okay. There we have it. So let's have a little sniffy poos, folks. I'll see if I can bring the camera down a little bit. Didn't really work, did it? But there it is. No fizz on this one, Gaz. I'm assuming you did it flat, mate. And if you didn't do it flat, then it's failed to carbonate. But I'm pretty sure, because I know you like your flat ciders. You can smell the raspberry in there. You can smell a little bit of yeasty poos. Forgive me for getting my nose right in it, but it's the only way I can pass judgment, really, isn't it? The good thing about decanting, as you suggested, Gary, is that when you put it into, you know, like a big jug and you just leave it for a bit, the aroma changes slightly over a small period of time. What can smell quite yeasty initially, if you just give it a bit, that sort of goes. With the other one it didn't go completely, but it did improve. So we'll see. Yeah, smell alcohol. I can smell alcohol in there. No bad thing. Alcohol's alcohol, isn't it? It's what gets us pissed and makes us happy and sad. Aww, are you sad? Are you sad, folks? I'm not sad. Right, let's give it a pour then. I think it's had long enough. Let's put that over there where you can just about see it. The colour, and I appreciate there are pauses in this review, guys, but we need time to think, don't we? And sometimes these things take longer than others. Yeah, the colour is quite murky, but again, it's a really young brew. It was only made in October, so this is what happens. You know, you ain't going to get a clear cider by just leaving it for a few weeks. That's not a criticism, by the way. That's fact. You can really smell. They smell like burnt raspberries. I know that's strange to say that, but they smell like they're burnt. But let's give it a taste, because I've been banging on for 5 minutes now and I haven't actually tasted it. tastes like alcoholic apple and raspberry, folks. That's quite young, and we know that. So it tastes what it is. Do I like it? Can I be brutally honest, folks? Don't like it. Sorry, Gary. Why don't I like it? I suspect you might have the same reasons as I have for not liking some, not all, but some sort of fruity ciders that you get from just supermarket juice without putting some real fruit in. And I'll find out, won't I? Because you'll be reviewing mine, and I might have some in there that I've done from supermarket juice, and I might not. I'm not going to tell you. Actually, you'll probably know. Yeah, sorry, Gary. It just smells like burnt raspberries, and burnt raspberries sitting in alcohol. If I didn't know it was only just under 6%, I would put it up a bit higher than that. I'd say it's about an 8. But because it's got that alcohol taste to it, it's got that young brew taste. Oh, pardon, moi. I've just eaten, so that's always a good thing, isn't it, when you're having a taste test. Fizz, can't give it a 0 on the fizz, obviously, because there isn't any. Now I'm sure that you meant that. You know what you're doing. Yeah. Colour, it's young. It's going to be a bit misty. Hasn't had time to clear. We're not marking the colour, so don't really care. And we've already said this. I said in the previous video, don't really care whether it's cloudy or not. The smell, the aroma, I don't like it. It smells like you've been cooking raspberries on the stove and they're burnt. And I said burnt about 18 times now, haven't I? And I'm trying to think of another way to describe it, but that's how it tastes to me. Smells to me. It doesn't taste it to me. Yeah, and I'm trying to get something else out of it other than raspberries, Gary. I really can't taste any apple. It's just alcoholic raspberry. If there is any apple, are you sure it's rapple? Maybe they should call it that. Raspberry and apple is just called rapple. There was a drink called grapple at some point, wasn't there? Grape, apple, something like that. I can't get through this, Gary. I couldn't drink it all, mate. I'm going to have to chuck that one. I do apologise. It's nothing personal. It's not for me, mate. It's too heavy. When I say heavy, what do I mean by heavy? When it goes down your gullet, it just lies there and it doesn't go all the way down. It feels like it's still here, and I don't like that. And I don't know why it's doing that. The previous brew didn't. It went straight down and it was fine. In fact, it was quite the opposite. Once it'd gone down, you know, there were no aftertastes or anything. But this one, sorry, mate. I have to score it because we did say we were going to score these. Out of 10, it's got to be a 5, mate. It needs aging, definitely. It needs at least 6 months. I can't really say any more than that, really. It's a bit too young for me. Yeah, I don't really go to my brews until they've had at least 6 months, unless they're lagers. Because lagers you can drink in about 6 weeks and they're fine. But ciders just need a bit longer, and this is just too young, I think, for this particular flavouring, because it's got the raspberry in there, and raspberry is quite an overpowering fruit when it goes into cider, and you have the danger of just being too overpowering, where all you can taste is like alcoholic raspberry. and I think that's what's happened in this case. It's too raspberry. If it was a hint of raspberry, it'd be fine, but it's too much in there. And I think one of the ways that we could probably improve on this is to just do a normal apple cider and use like a raspberry concentrate, like like you get from Robinson's or something. Other brands are available, folks. Just to put the raspberry flavour in, but it's all about experimentation, isn't it? I don't know why you did it, because that's what we do as brewers. We try different things to see what we like, and then we try and improve on it. I don't want this again. Sorry, that sounds really awful, doesn't it? I wouldn't drink it again, mate. That's all I'm saying. It's not for me. Yeah, 5 out of 10. I'm going to have to give you 5. Sorry, mate, but you could improve on it quite easily. I think just don't use the supermarket, and I suspect you did, raspberry and apple juice from a carton. Use normal apple juice and then put some concentrate in or flavouring or whatever afterwards, and the fruit won't take over the fruit won't basically bring out the alcohol taste more than what's already there, which I think is what's happened in this. It's the alcohol taste is just too much, and it's ruining the brew because the raspberries just taste off. I'm sure it's not off. It's just the alcohol, mate, and it's just what happens in a young brew, isn't it? It's a young brew, and maybe 3 to 6 months' time it will taste great. I don't know because I've not done one of these myself. I'm not likely to try it if this anything go by. Sorry, mate. Yeah, but just because I don't like this one doesn't mean it's no good, does it? Because if you like it, you like it. So it don't matter, does it? Don't matter what I think. And also, I've got more to drink, haven't I? I've got more reviews coming up, so we'll find another one that I do like, I'm sure, in amongst that lot. So, cheers for now, chaps. Thanks for listening to me, for banging on for so long. I've said enough now about this thing. God bless you, governors, and we'll see you at the next one, number 3. Cheerio.